I'm Gundamnruss, and I'm back again. Anyway, I love games. And you know what my favourite game is at the moment? Well, it's Far Out 4, of course. Anyway, I collect the figures. Do you want to see them? Well, I'm not going to show them to you at the moment, because I got a letter. Now, I was surprised to get a letter, because I don't usually get letters. But anyway, I went it out to the letterbox because I usually get adult magazines online. And anyway, it wasn't the usual postman. And that's when I realised I had this big bag full of drugs. Oh yeah. They've come from one of my viewers called Gundamnruss Lover 44. Thank you. Just kidding. It's not actually drugs. It's actually a PlayStation controller to add to my PlayStation controller collection. And now that I have all the colours of the rainbow in PlayStation controllers, that means I can have a PlayStation controller parade. And you know, it's a special parade because there'll be girls there holding the controllers and marching with them. And that's what makes this parade very special. Well, apparently, Gundamnruss Lover sent this on the 25th of January, and now it's February the 4th. And I think that's just poor, you know, that's just very poor on Australia Post's part. Because, you know, the community that loves the PlayStation controllers and drugs, and also, you know, adult magazines, they want their stuff the next day. Not a week later, not a month later, not a year later, not a decade later, not a century later, not 1,000 years later, not a million years later. They want it the next day. And that's my point here. Australia Post, you better smarten up. Otherwise, I'm going to come to your office and I'm going to buy all the stamps so no one will be able to post ever again. You got that? Anyway, now that we've got all that mess out of the way, we can finally get back to talking to my controllers. So, it's got a nice bag here. It's got a little barcode on it and my address. And upon shaking it, I realised there's a little bit more in here than just a controller. So without further ado, let me get my trusty knife that I found on the street. And I'm going to open up with my hands anyway, without my knife. And what's this? Oh, I'm putting my hand in. Hopefully there's no mouse traps. Oh, it's a red controller. It's the exact one I needed for my parade. Thank you very much, Gundamnruss Lover 44. And if you can see, look closely there, it's got all the buttons still on it. Yep, pretty good condition. And as you can see, the standard PlayStation controller, you know, had an X, a triangle, and everything. And you can see through this particular one because it was probably a factory reject, which makes it rare. Anyway, I'm going to throw it to the side now, and I'm going to reach into this bag again. Here we go. What's in it? Oh my god! There's nothing else in there. Oh no, wait. Here we go. It's a little box, and I'm pretty excited about it. While I'm opening this box, I'm going to play for you my favourite song, Divine Love Reaction. So here we go. Oh, what do we have here? Oh, there must be 5, 6 games here. Anyway, looking at these games, yep, here it is. It's Tokunsei 4. This is one of my favourite games. It's about a samurai with no head, and he cut the heads off of other people to make them the same as him. I can't play it because it's in Japanese, but it's got a cool cover. Thank you very much. Here's the next game. Here we go. Yep. It's one of my favourites. It's the Viking. And he goes around pillaging villages and killing the locals. That's how the Vikings rolled back in the day. Very accurate game. Yep. Here's the third game. As I suspected, it was the third one in the pack. Well, looking at the cover, you can't judge a game by its cover, as they say, but this is the Space Marine. And I didn't know that there was any water in space, but
There must be, because he's the Space Marine. Here we go. Game number 4. It's called Lost. It's based on one of my favourite TV shows, the Oprah Winfrey Show. Yep. Oh. But you know, she could never be lost because she was pretty large. Yep. Okay. Here we go. Here's game number 5, I think. Oh, definitely number 5. It's it's sort of like Terminator meets you know, Ronald McDonald. It's called Bionic Man. He's part bionic and he's part man. What do you know? Hey, who's this behind me? Huh, it's Buttrose. Hey, Buttrose. We know who the real star is here, don't we? Anyway, here we go. Game number 6, the final, lucky last game in this 6-game delivery. I'm surprised this made it through customs. Just looking at the sheer amazement of the postman as he handed me the package, he knew that inside was this game, Kuroki Heroes. It's sort of like Lego, and with guns, and terrorists are in it, Lego terrorists, but most of all, heroes that are sort of also Lego, that stop the terrorists from blowing the Queen up, who was also made of Lego. Anyway, thank you on behalf of me and Buttrose, my dog, for giving me all of these fantastic games and the controller. And stay tuned for when I come back next week to do a special show about my controller parade. All the girls will be here, all 2 of them, and they'll be holding each and every one of those controllers in my collection. And I just can't wait. It's sort of like the Christmas pageant on steroids. Hundreds of people come out to picket and say, put Gundamnruss in jail, but I say, screw you guys, I can have as many control parades as I want on Main North Road in peak hour traffic. Alright? So, if you don't agree, put your comments below so I can delete them. You idiots. Anyway, that about wraps up another episode of Gundamnruss. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, Gundamnruss. See ya!